And so this week, celebrating Women's History Month, I want to focus in on women. I want to look at current day women through the lens of their lives at biblical women and do a little bit of comparison. This morning is all about Mary and George Floyd's mother, Larcenia. Let's look at the text to talk the takeaway. The text is Luke 2:19. But Mary treasured all of these things in her heart. But Mary pondered all of these things in her heart. Now, let me give you the disclaimer. I am in no way saying that Larcenia, Miss Sissy as she was called, is any way birthing George Floyd as the savior of the world. Let me put that disclaimer right there. But there are some parallels that I think are worth noting. You didn't know who she was until I told you. You didn't know who Miss Sissy was, whom she was called, and she was the center of George Floyd's life. You didn't know her name, and neither did you know Mary. Mary was an unknown. No one knew who Mary was. She was a temple girl, and she was given over to the temple by her parents at an early age to serve in the temple. Very similar to what we find in the Old Testament, where Hophni and Phinehas, the sons of Eli, were given over to the temple to serve, but they ended up having intercourse with the women who served at the door. Not so much Mary. So she's unknown, and what happens? Both of them birth a son that has impact in the world. Now we know, and we're not taking anything from Jesus, he brought salvation to the world. But George Floyd had impact in the world as well. I want to tell you three things that I think will help you look at women in this light. The first thing is this. The first thing, when you look at these two moms, the first thing is this. Mothers' hands rock the cradle that can rock the world. The hands of moms rock the cradle that can rock the world. Did not Mary's hand rock the cradle of Jesus? Did not her hands rock his cradle? And Jesus has rocked our world. Well, the death of George Floyd rocked the world too. Certainly did. To see the officer's knee on the neck and actually see him lose his life for full view for everybody to see. Everybody to see what his life was taken from him right then and there for the whole world to see. So mother's hands rock the cradle that rocked the world. The second thing is this. Moms, you join hands with God for creation. Isn't it just overwhelming, moms? Isn't it overwhelming, women, that God did not give creation in the hands of man? He placed creation in the hands of women. Every time you bring birth, you bring creation, and you join hands with God in doing it. He entrusted this with you, not men, but women. And there's a reason, not just for your anatomy and the structure of your pelvis and the structure of how he created you, but because God has entrusted you with creation, you can rock the world. You absolutely do. The third thing is this. Moms and women, you have influence long after you leave this earth. As I said, Larcenia, Miss Sissy as she was called, and they say that, okay, she's no longer here. She's been passed away for some time now. But George Floyd is still rocking the world. Now let's push it a little further. Jesus is far beyond a George Floyd, and he is rocking the world, though Mary is with the Lord. The birth of her son has changed the lives of the world. Now, what does that say to you, moms? What does that say to you? Here's your takeaway this morning. Women, your intuition is also your influence. Use it. Use it to change the world. Use it to change the world. Do you think Jesus would have known what he known had not Mary had the influence in his life? He had to grow up with Mary and Joseph. He had to receive the influence of his mom. And you know, right there at the end, and we're right up on Resurrection Sunday, she was there right to the end. So he said to his beloved disciple, "Behold thy son." And will you take my mom? I'm still concerned about her. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you, give you peace. Hey, moms. Hey, women. Hey, help me celebrate this month, Women's History Month, and share this manna. Share the manna. I'll see you tomorrow morning with some more of a similar comparison of current day women with biblical women. God bless you. May his face shine upon you and give you peace.